Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me, man. Listen, we got a nice topic for the people tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for checking in with me, man. It's Sunday. I hope everybody having a good evening out there. Listen, I want to talk about right now why Lonzo Ball and Nikola Vucevic, that pick and roll will be the most underrated and most deadly in the NBA. You heard it here first at Flight Sports TV. I'm the one to let everybody know right now. You heard it first. I got my brother in the building, Rave Kingdom in the building. We got a whole lot of shit to say. I'm telling you, I'm well prepared this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into it, I need everybody to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. And I need to go check me out on the gram. Let me know. Let me tell you something right now. Today gonna be a complete freaking movie. I'm just letting the people know right now. I got world championship boxers coming to the building tonight. I'm telling the people right now. You understand? We got interviews popping all day. I'm letting you know right now. You don't know who the hell you're gonna see tonight. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. But right now, I want to talk about Lonzo Ball. And obviously the whole situation going on in the trade with Vucevic, coming to the Bulls. It seemed like the Bulls have gotten their act together, and this is going to be a well-oiled machine. So I want to get into Lonzo Ball's stat line for a second, because Lonzo Ball had pretty much an up and down stat line throughout his career due to numerous situations, and we all know that in the circumstances. Let's take it back to Lonzo Ball's rookie season. I just want to look at the assists for 1 second. You understand? Lonzo Ball averaged 7.2 assists in his rookie year, right? Second year, he averaged 5.4. Most people would be like, damn, what the hell the drop-off come from? You understand? Then I know you haven't been watching, because that was the year when LeBron James came to the building up in Los Angeles, pretty much took the basketball out of his hands. He wasn't able to be the point guard that we all knew he would be, and it was just an unfortunate situation. Let's go back to that third year, his first year in New Orleans. He took it back up to 7.7 assists per game. You understand? Pardon me. So we got to give major credit. You understand? Also, and this year prior, he averaged another 5.7. See, if you look at these 5-point assist situations, these were the years where the ball was taken out of his hands just way too much, just entirely way too much. You go back to the first year when he averaged 5 assists a game in 2018, his second year with the Lakers, the year with LeBron. And then you think about this year right here, averaging 5-point assists. This just year prior, when the ball was taken out of his hands by the Point Zion, Kyra Lewis, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. I mean, damn, the list goes on. I mean, it's just completely ridiculous out here, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to think that Lonzo Ball is a 7+ per game assist guy. You understand? That's what I would like to think about. Now, let's just take a look at Nikola Vucevic's stats for 1 second. Nikola Vucevic has been a pretty decent player his whole career, but I want to take a look at his 2 previous seasons, even dating back with Orlando, where he pretty much averaged all-star numbers. Even the past 3, when he averaged 20, his last season in Orlando, he was averaging a little under 25 points per game, people. You understand? And then when he went to Chicago, he averaged 21. And all this is going over 45+ field goal percentage, ladies and gentlemen. He averaged 47 percent field goal percentage this year prior, and he averaged 48 in Orlando, his last season in Orlando. So you want to know some of these point guards this guy had at his disposal, during this time period, to the Alfred Paytons of the world, to the goddamn Michael Carter Williams of the world. You understand? And then we already know what happened here with Markelle Fultz tearing his ACL. There was no competent point guard in Orlando, ladies and gentlemen, and this man was putting up these numbers. Could you imagine what Nikola Vucevic is going to do with Lonzo Ball at the helm? I'm just trying to give you a little taste and an appetizer here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports TV, Rave Kingdom. What's your thoughts, man?
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to New Media. You know what I'm saying? What we stand for, man. Shout out to, man, Ball Facts, AB Hero, man. J&J Video, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Flight Sports for just letting us in, man. Let us talk with the talk and just having another good stream, man. Look.
Yeah, truly a part of the show.
Word. Man, look. Your title is most definitely a big thing people have to watch out for. I just felt like with Lonzo Ball having a true fully off season to work on his game, and people forget that Lonzo Ball, this is his first true off season. Last year, it had to be cut off because they had to hurry up the season to start. But Lonzo Ball is going to be doing his thing with Vucevic just for the fact that if you wanna talk about Vucevic's defense, okay. But what you can't do is talk about Vucevic's offense. And Vucevic's offense is like he can do anything, really, technically, because Vucevic going to kill you in the post. He going to kill you in a mid-range shot. He going to kill you at the three. Or if he ain't doing that, he going to kill you at a layup. Vucevic has so many options. And then you have Lonzo Ball. Last year, he showed a little bit him trying to work on his mid-range game. And him coming off the screen and pulling up, even coming off the screen and shooting with one leg. So Lonzo Ball trying to improve his finishing at the rim this year. If you look at Lonzo Ball's footage, Lonzo Ball has it on his page on Instagram. If you want to see it, Lonzo Ball is working on them screens, working on driving to the rim, working on that finishing. And you put that together, and with Lonzo Ball's IQ, if you put it all together, that is one deadly pick and roll.
Deadly.
Especially, you better hope Lonzo Ball don't get it down pat, that pick and roll down pat, because then you in some real trouble. Because if Lonzo Ball, you can say whatever you want to say, if Lonzo Ball figures out how to kill you with that pick and roll with Vucevic, you are in serious trouble. And I know that's what you don't want to do.
I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said Lonzo Ball is a 7+ per game assist guy. This guy's going to average upwards of 7 more assists. I would think in the realm of 10 assists a game. I'm calling Lonzo for 10 assists this situation. Like I said, look at all of these weapons at his disposal. The reason why tonight I want to talk about Vucevic is because everybody get caught up in Zach. Everybody get caught up with DeRozan. You get caught up with everybody else. Patrick Williams even. Patrick Williams is almost overshadowing the potential with Lonzo and Vucevic. You understand? So Vucevic getting kind of lost in the shuffle, and I definitely want to shine the flashlight on this guy. Like I said, this dude has been an all-star for, the last couple of years. You understand? This dude ain't going nowhere. He's a problem, a perennial all-star. And he's just going to, with Lonzo, he's just going to annihilate and feast on the East. I'm telling you. The only problem with him is defensively. That's all.
Right.
Yeah, Murguy, what's good? What's your thoughts?
Peace, family. Peace. I want to like to get a shout out to yourself and Rave. Most definitely shout out to you guys. And shout out to the panel. Shout out to Fight Sports TV. New Media, all the panel with J&J Videos and everybody. Make sure you subscribe to all their channels, subscribe to Rave's channel. He's up and coming. He's coming out. He's putting out more videos. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports TV, do all of that, because we need this to grow, because they're putting out hot content and everybody needs to be paying attention because they're next up.
Facts. I appreciate that, man.
I want to get a shout out. I want to shout out to all of them, and everybody show Ray some love too on his channel. I just subscribed to his channel, so everybody continue to do that. But what I want to talk about is with Vucevic. Because, like you pointed out, both of you pointed out that Vucevic is very underrated. The man is a 3-level scorer. He's a 20 and 10 guy. He's one of the, and this is what he doesn't get credit for. He's one of the passing bigs in the league.
Right.
He's one of the better passing bigs in the league.
Passing is very underrated.
Very underrated.
Very underrated. Very underrated. Including the fact that he shot 40% from 3 last year on 5 attempts.
Yep.
So what that's going to do is with Lonzo, when you and Vucevic is excellent in the pick and roll. He sets great screens. He rolls to the rim, and he can pick and pop. Therefore, by him being a threat in the pick and pop, that opens up the lane wide open. And I watched film of Vucevic recently earlier this morning on him and watch how he operates in a pick and roll. You know, and it's funny. You know, I actually watched him against the Knicks. A lot of film against the Knicks.
Really?
He did. Hold on. He did. So the thing is, though, is that it was very difficult. He made Mitchell Robinson. He put Mitchell Robinson in a conundrum because he made it very difficult for Mitchell Robinson to get back and defend the paint because he shoots lights out 40% from the 3-point line, which is going to open up the lanes for everybody. Everybody is going to have a field day going to the lanes because he's able to draw the big man out. Because if you leave, he's open. Because if you leave him open, he's hitting the 3. If you don't leave him open, if you cover him, the lanes is wide open. And personally, I think Lonzo Ball can just get 7 assists off of Vucevic a night alone.
Fact.
You know, that's straight up. I mean, and then on top of it as well, a lot of folks don't talk about his post game and his footwork is elite. I mean, elite.
He has nice footwork.
Crazy footwork. The man averaged, 12 post-ups a game last season. And basically, and also too as well, in the post-up and passing, the field goal percentage was 53%. So he's a great passer getting guys open looks from the post. So Vucevic is going to do great in the offense. And another thing too, I like to point out too, because I did my homework on that too, Vucevic on defense. I like to point that out before we get on Lonzo.
Okay.
Vucevic has been a positive defender the past 8 seasons in the league. So I don't know what this.
This narrative.
Well, we're gonna have to break this one down.
Yeah, he's been a positive defender in the what's it called, in the defensive box plus minus score the past 8 seasons in the league. So I'm not trying to say that he's a great defender like Mitchell Robinson. No, but as far but besides being an average to above average defender and a great help side defender, he can do that to be an anchor for that Bulls defense, especially if they have great perimeter, defense, which they actually do with Lonzo, Caruso, Patrick Williams. Then you got Troy Brown Jr. You also have Derrick Jones Jr., as well as they actually are looking at now. What's his name? You got Tony Bradley, who's a great shot blocker, including the fact that you also got what's his name? Troy Baxter Jr., who's a great defender also that they've been looking at, and they actually signed to a deal. So it's like, that whole thing that Vucevic can't play defense, he can be a great help side defender and assisting the Bulls and anchoring that defense.
Shout out to Josh Jackson.
So he can definitely do that, as well as, he'll definitely be great in the pick and roll with Lonzo, because Lonzo's going to have a field day either going down the rim, and just like Ray's pointed out on multiple channels before, it's very difficult for a player, to finish over 3 people. You got players Steven Adams' man, Zion's man, and his own man in the lane, because the lane is so clogged up whenever he drives to the lane, because Lonzo Ball was that 3-point shooter on the team. So if he drives, it's almost like basically everybody else can just clog up the lane. Whereas on this team, that's not going to happen because you got Vucevic. So as soon as he does a pick and roll, Lonzo has an open opportunity to get to the lane. And if you try to cover that, Lonzo's going to do a behind the back pass over Vucevic for a 3-point shot or a pick and pop. So it's deadly.
Yeah, it is deadly. You're absolutely right. We got, like I said, people in here talking about he's average. I mean, we're going to have to verify this. My man,
Yo,
Josh.
can I add on to that?
Yes, I'm sorry.
First I want to say shout out to the panel. Shout out Flesh Sports TV for letting people come on here and voice their own opinion and voice some facts. And yesterday I did my homework too on Vucevic. Like last night I was watching Vucevic, and if y'all remember, Lonzo Ball played with Brook Lopez, and Brook Lopez, he can pick and pop. He can, like, when Lonzo played with a center that can shoot, you get the best out of Lonzo and the center, because first of all, Vucevic spaces out the floor for Lonzo. So there will be passing lane. I mean, there will be open lanes, just like Murgod said. There will be open lanes for Lonzo to drive more. And Vucevic, he has like very good footwork for a center, and his passing is very underrated. And I just feel like the pick and roll with him is just gonna be really deadly. Because let's say they do a pick and roll, right? High pick and roll, just Lonzo and Vuce, everybody spaced out. Once they hit that screen, Lonzo's attacking the basket. And if somebody pick up, pass it to Zach LaVine or Patrick Williams, like there's just too many options on this team. And I just feel like everything's just gonna gel, right? And yeah, that's just my take on that.
I'm gonna have to see more from my man Vucevic on the defensive end, because I'm not as high on him as you guys are on the defensive end. I know he can score. He's a 3-level scorer. We know what he could do. But that's just all I'm concerned with, because they're going to need him to play a little bit of defense, at least hold his own, because things could get problematic if everybody could just attack him. You understand?
Yeah.
That won't be a good look.
Athletic, my guy.
Yo.
What's up, bro?
What's good?
Shout out
What's
to the
going on, Athletic?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Flight Sports, man, for providing this opportunity for us to bring forth our opinions, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
So, Athletic, what you think about it?
Here, Athletic, no matter what.
What we think about? What we talking about, Vooch?
Yeah, we talking about
Vuce.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Murgod.
I was going to ask Athletic what you think about the topic with Vuce and Lonzo Ball in the pick and roll.
It's gonna be killer, man. It's gonna be killer, though, because what's gonna open it up even more is the fact that you got DeMar and Zach on the floor. So it's gonna be just really just an open action for those two to work, man. So it's gonna be crucial. And then, you know, you got the action off of that where you're gonna have Zach and DeMar, you know, in their spots. So it's gonna be deadly, man. You know what I mean? Because there's so many actions off that, you know, off that 2-man game that they can roll. And, you know, then you can use DeMar in the pick and roll and put Lonzo in the corner, you know, and off that. So it's gonna be deadly, man. Especially with that 3-guard lineup he want to run. So it's gonna be high speed, and that pick and roll is gonna be it's gonna be deadly. Especially with Lonzo, like my man said, he plays best with a center that can, you know, pick and pop and shoot threes that can spread the floor. It's gonna be deadly.
Yeah.
Man, look,
Sure
I'm gonna be honest, man. What people gotta understand, man, as much as we could say that the issues on Vucevic being a defender, and people even said that about LaVine and whatever, you gotta understand, I feel like players will buy in on defense when your team is playing defense. So if you got Lonzo, if they watch Lonzo play the defense that he's going to play, they watch Patrick Williams play the defense he's going to play. You got Zach LaVine finally trying to play some defense. You saw it in the Team USA
Olympics. Yeah.
And if you got DeMar, like, yo, look, let's all right, let me jump in. Vucevic gonna be like, fine, let me swat at the ball at the rim. Let me try to do a little pickups. You know, pay attention to the screens, because I just feel like a team will buy in when the team is playing defense. And you got Caruso, you just added as another defender. So when you got these defenders doing what they do, you have no choice but to buy in. And people forget the Bulls, without these pickups that they did, they was like, what, 15-13 at defense. People don't know that. 13. So this year,
they were 12, actually.
They were 12, yeah.
Trying to say
12. Well, my point is,
they were above They were
Right,
not
right. So
like
my,
a
my
bad
point is,
defensive team.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Ray. They
They're
right.
got,
So what I'm
average.
they got,
saying is,
yeah,
if they're at 12 now, imagine you just added Caruso, Lonzo, Tony Bradley. You added these defenders, and Patrick Williams is about to be even better on defense. Why do you not go up on that scale of a defending team?
well, they're more versatile now, right? They can switch.
Yep.
Lonzo and your boy can switch out everything, right? They can switch 1 through 4, and then that allows
Yep.
Zach and DeMar to guard the, should we say, the less offensively inclined, right? So that just puts them at an advantage, man, across the board when they can switch out like that. And it's going to be help defense with Vooch, right? So they're going to always be helping with Vooch. So they're going to hide Vooch, but they got 4 guys that possibly can switch out 1 through 4,
And to add on to that,
Exactly.
if you have a lot of dudes who are good perimeter defenders, like it's gonna be tough kind of for them to come in the paint unless you got like a Giannis dude that's just gonna force his way in the paint. So basically, let's say they get a stop, right? They're automatically gonna be running right when they get that stop. So it's really gonna be tough.
Exactly. Because that's the biggest thing right there. You got great perimeter defenders. Because, like I said, when Vucevic was with Atlanta, as I brought up before, they had fairly decent or above average perimeter defenders on that team,
Yeah.
which allowed Vucevic to be a great help defender. I'm not saying he's going to be blocking shots, like he's Will Chamberlain. No, not at all. But
Right.
to be a great help defender, just to be a body that's in the way to
Yeah.
basically alter shots. That's all he needs to do. All
Is
he
he
needs to do is
capable
just,
of doing that?
yes, he's shown he's capable of doing it. He's like I say, he's above average defender, average to above average defender, including he's averaged a block a game. That's not to say he's going to average, 2-3 blocks a game. No, but just to be a body that's in the way and
Yeah.
just to basically alter shots is
Hold
all he
on, I'm
needs to
sorry.
do.
I'm sorry, Margon. We got a guy named Lonzo Markel in the building. What's going on?
It's Dave James, bro.
Oh, why's your name like that?
I think I still left it like that, bro. I gotta change it back.
That's cool.
On another stream, with it like that.
What's good, Dave, man? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
Hey, shit.
You just came back from the slaughter over there, man. I was
Bro,
trying to help, bro.
Cooking
I
them
had to
niggas.
leave, bro.
Hey, you was cooking, but they was on your
Cooking.
neck. I'm like,
You see that's the problem, bro.
me, bro.
A lot of
I
LaMelo
wouldn't-
fanboys, bro.
Dave, you should have told him to drop the link, bro. I was trying to join it, but he wouldn't drop
Yeah,
the link.
but
It was on there capping.
Dave,
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man?
what's your thoughts on Lonzo Ball and Nikola Vucevic? That pick and roll should be one of the most deadly in the NBA.
Most deadliest in the game, man.
Yeah, explain why.
Complete, man. Vucevic can shoot the 3. Lonzo's a great player, knows how to pass, and Vucevic Vucevic is a top 5 center in the league. You put that in with a pass, and
Everybody still there?
Huh?
Dave got the best introductions.
Vucevic, top 5 center in the league. You pair that with a playmaker,
but
the ball. Come on, bro. That pick and roll is going to be deadly, man. With a guy's offense, with a player offensive IQ like Lonzo Ball. Come on, that pick and roll is going to be deadly, man. And the fact that Vucevic could spread the floor, so the pick and pop will be crazy. Everything, man. The Bulls are going to be the best team in the league, bro.
Merv, can you tell Dave about Vucevic's defense?
Exactly. And another thing, people love capping on Vucevic's defense. Vucevic is a way better defender than people give him credit for, man. People make it seem like teams literally look for him on defense like he's a fucking, what's his name? DeMarcus Cousins. Yo, nigga, he ain't no DeMarcus Cousins, bro. Vucevic can hang in there, bro. But yeah, Lonzo Ball, Vucevic is gonna be great, man. Lonzo Ball, you want to talk about? All right, let me stay on topic, bro.
No, go ahead. What you gonna say?
Lonzo and the V, bro. Now them two is gonna be crazy.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Let's take
shout out to DZ.
For people that's just joining in. Shout out to everybody. I was breaking down some stat lines where I get into it real quick, where pretty much Vucevic was averaging his 2 seasons prior to going to Chicago. He averaged 19 points per game, and then the last season, 24, a little under 25 points per game, 24 and a half.
Yeah.
And also the double-double to go along with it. I forgot to mention that. And then in Chicago, he averaged 21 points per game. And like I said, in those seasons in Orlando, his point guards was Alfred Payton, Michael Carter Williams,
DJ Augustine.
Yeah, DJ Augustine. Yeah, let's ring out the names. DJ Augustine,
Markelle
Markelle Fultz, torn ACL. I mean, the list. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. You understand? You pair this man with Lonzo Ball is ridiculous, and also with Lonzo Ball in his seasons, he averaged 7 assists a game. His first season as a rookie.
Shooting centers. He averaged
7 assists. And then he averaged also 7 assists his first year in New Orleans. And then the 2 seasons where he averaged only 5 assists per game was when the ball was taken out of his hands ridiculously. The first season with LeBron, he averaged 5.5 assists. That was because LeBron tried to do every goddamn thing. And then this season here with the Nickeil Alexander-Walkers of the world, Point Zion, Brandon Ingram, Kyra. I mean, come on. I mean, Josh Hart, everybody. I forgot to mention Bledsoe. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, so I just want to fill everybody in. DZ, what's your thoughts on this situation? It's ridiculous.
Cook flight.
Cooking, bro.
Oh man, I got versatility, man. We got time. Now it's time to talk.
Where's Pope, bro? Where's Pope, bro?
Light on that talking mushrooms right now, man.
You're cooking, man. You're cooking too much, man. Yeah, man. Let me shout out the whole panel
right now.
Shout out to Fly Sports TV, man. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come in and
DZ, you will always have that opportunity.
Oh, man,
this channel belong to you.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely. You're a pioneer over here, DZ, man, for real.
I appreciate you, dear God. I appreciate you, Ray.
Thank you for saying
man. And
Dave act like he can't do an introduction.
Hey.
You think we just debating off the top of the dome?
Oh, Dave is my guy, man.
Hey, man, it was. I want to get a shout out to the DZ, man, for allowing me to come on his podcast. Late last night, man, able to cook with him, man. So shout out to DZ, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to his channel. He's up and coming, just like Ray, Dane James, Flight. Make sure you subscribe to the channels. SMG also.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Marigot, man. We were cooking late last night, and it was great, man. And thanks for all you guys for pulling through, man. Truly appreciate you, man. A1 as well and everything. So let's get into it, man. Flight, man, you're so right. This is going to be a deadly partnership, man. Firstly, Lonzo Ball is playing with the most skilled center that he had in his career right now.
Exactly.
That's
you cannot compare Brook Lopez. You cannot compare Derek Favors or who's that other guy? Jackson
Steven
Adams.
JaVale McGee.
Yeah, JaVale McGee. Vucevic is on another level, and man, that pick and roll with him, my goodness, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Just them on the floor.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks don't get credit, man. Vucevic has a high IQ on the basketball court.
He can pass,
and he made Markelle Fultz look good on the court because he knew Markelle Fultz was not a great 3-point shooter. So he didn't take them all the time. So what he did was he would drop down and get level to Markelle Fultz's man to make it seem like they won't go under him. They have to go through Vucevic. That way it'll open up Markelle Fultz to the lane, or it'll open up Vucevic for a pick and pop. So Vucevic is a high IQ player to where basically he's going to get easy buckets. Exactly. He's going to get you easy buckets. So, and Lonzo is going to have a field day with him because I already know they're going to be able to read each other. Because it's a whole thing where Lonzo, so it's going to be the whole thing where Lonzo and Vucevic don't even have to speak. They just know what the other player is going to do and be able to figure it out on the fly.
Hey, can I? Let me I just want to hop in right on that because you hit something on the nail. Lonzo, a lot of times cutting to the basket, a lot of passes that was fumbled and just missed, and it seemed like he was, it
Eric
was a turnover or
Bledsoe.
whatever. It's because those guys weren't thinking at the same level as Lonzo, right? So having Lonzo playing with guys, that's why he made that comment, right? I'm playing with guys that know how to play basketball. He said that for a reason. All right, guys, go ahead.
Exactly. That was a great point you put out there, Athletic, because
Can I address
the
the
players
chat?
he's going to be playing with is going to be high IQ players. DeMar DeRozan, he's been around. Great passer, high IQ. Vucevic, high IQ. Zach LaVine, he's shown to have a high IQ. Even
Yep.
Lonzo himself, and they're going to be able to groom Patrick Williams into that as he's learning the game of basketball through those guys who are very cerebral on the basketball court. So it's going to be great to be able to watch that, man. I expect them. They should be no less than a 30 assist team a night.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I just address the chat real quick? My
Everybody
apologies.
on that team could pass if you really think about it.
All right, let me address the chat real quick, because everybody in the chat and do in the comment section, put a little bit more respect in Pope and Juju's names. As much of the arguments I've been with them in the beginning of the streams, y'all trying to look for some toxic shit. We don't do that debating shit till later. I hate the fact that we gave that persona that we just blatantly just go back and forth and fire. We start off with introductions
Yeah,
and giving
like let us be
respect for
chill for a
everybody to
minute.
talk, each person. So if we gave that persona that in the beginning of our streams, we just go fire ahead at and debate and cursing at each other, that's not true. So please put respect on Pope's name and Juju, because do not put them as like we're like toxicity is about to join if they join. When they come in, they come respect. Even Juju says, "What's up, man? Shout out, I'm Juju." He'll tell what's up, bro. So just letting that be known, and that goes for everybody that's in this panel. Dave, I was just joking with him. He knows I respect him. We already know what Dave does, so that's all it is, bro. Hate that we gave that type of persona. It's not what we do.
Good shit, Ray. Good stuff, Ray.
Hey, man, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Y'all,
man.
y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
I wasn't sure.
You was later
So
down.
I want to ask the panel, how do y'all think basically all the other players are going to be able to feast or be able to get theirs off of Vucevic and Lonzo?
Who? Oh, the other guys like P. Will and shit.
Yeah. How do you think they're going to be able to play off of Vucevic and Alonzo Ball pick and roll? Since it's so deadly and it's so elite, as for specifying, how do you think they'll be able to feed off of that?
Honestly, think how the guys are gonna get involved. Like, I think like the guys like they're gonna get involved from the pickups that Lonzo and Vucevic pick and roll is gonna get, because people are gonna have to pick up on that, because if they don't, Lonzo's gonna burn you. Lonzo's either gonna go to the paint and dunk, or he's gonna lay it up, or he's gonna toss it to Vucevic. So it's either like it's like a kill every time. Like, you know how Rudy Gobert, he was struggling because he kept running back and forth to the corner and to the paint. Like, the Bulls can really run that type of offense and really kill every team in the league, unless they have a small ball lineup like the Golden State Warriors running Draymond at center. So I really think like dudes is gonna have to eat off of that, off of like, just pickups and stuff. And even though like Lonzo, he doesn't even have to play on ball all the time too. He can play off the ball, because we've seen that from the
Yes,
Pelicans.
sir.
Yeah, we know Lonzo won't be on the ball like every session. Like, no, that's not realistic. Zach LaVine's gonna have the ball too, but we know Lonzo could play off the ball, so it won't even matter. So everybody gonna get theirs. It's just a dude that might not get theirs a lot is Patrick Williams, but Patrick Williams, this is his development. He's getting all the knowledge from all these vets and all these dudes he's playing with. And when
And that's why we give.
DeMar or Vucevic, he's gonna get a lot of experience, and he's gonna be like that second or third option with LaVine, Lonzo. So
To me, it opens up everything for Lonzo, man. Like, I know you said like how the other guys gonna feast. To me, it just opens up everything, because it's now we're gonna see. That's why we can't give him no more excuses, right? Because it's just gonna be if I'm aggressive or not. Because it's gonna be open. That lane's gonna be open, because you can't leave You can't leave DeMar or Zach, right? So
Yep.
in that pick
DeMar's
and
gonna have to
roll,
take
like
more threes
whoever's
too.
playing, yeah, that lane's gonna be open, bro. He's gonna be able to do whatever he want to do, and that's why I'm saying like him. People say, oh, he's not gonna average. He's gonna have the opportunity on probably 14 shots a game to average around 18 to 20, just by driving to the lane, getting fouled, going in the
Yeah.
line 3-4 times. So it's within the offense. It's just him being aggressive, but as far as it open up for everybody else, come on, man. That new dudes can the mid range game. Both Zach and DeMar shot over 45% from the mid range. That's ridiculous. So it's man, pick your poison.
Yeah, so I don't see too many pick and rolls a little bit better than this one outside of possibly maybe an AD and LeBron and maybe a Kyrie and a KD. But outside of that, I don't really see it.
Rico,
Yo, Rico.
What up, panel?
what's
What
up?
up, Rico?
What's
What's going
good?
on?
What up?
What up,
What up?
Rico?
Not much, man.
What's up? Let us know how
Another
you
day.
feel.
So Rico,
Uh, this is why, God, y'all know how I feel. This is why I'm against the Ben Simmons trade. Vucevic is too valuable. His game is too, like that pick and roll dynamic is too good to turn a player of that skill set to a primary 3-point shooter. Like, of course, he's gonna have to take threes, but when you're talking about big men centers who could get their own shot out of the block, it's a very short list ahead of Vucevic. Uh,
Karl Anthony
he's turned,
Towns, Jokic, and Embiid. That's it.
yeah, that's it's a very short list.
yeah,
So
he's in the same breath with those guys. That's for damn sure.
He's better than
Sophomore
Cap.
center in the league.
that's what I'm saying. So like, if he's already showing us how good he is in his role, and his role already fits, I don't want to do nothing to change it. Maybe if they go into next season and they're not as good as we thought they were defensively, then they want to get Ben Simmons. Cool, cool. If you want to make that adjustment later, go ahead. But you do not switch it before even giving it like a trial run.
Right.
So,
And yo,
Exactly.
and Vuce, bro,
Exactly.
listen, people gotta understand. You need a guy like Vucevic, bro. I think he's very humbled in that locker room. I think he's just
He
good
is.
for the locker room. I think he's good for the team. And I feel like Vucevic is that guy that's gonna, let's say in the playoffs, I think he's gonna be that guy to be like, hey, listen, hold up, everybody, calm down. Let's put our heads together and do what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's that guy that could just be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's do what we do best. Let's not stop tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially when this playoffs comes, you need that Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan to talk up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be key in this playoffs, man. And they know they're going to the playoffs. Like, hey,
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. It's Rico.
Just like Vucevic when Lonzo, DeMar, and Caruso came, Vucevic posted it. He was like, "Yo, welcome to Bulls Nation, Lonzo, DeMar, and Caruso. This is gonna be a long journey." You know, Vucevic was just just letting Lonzo and DeMar and all them feel welcome coming to Chicago and stuff. Because Vucevic, yeah, we know he's still new, but this team they just want to win. That's what I'm saying. They all got the same mindset. Everybody got a chip on their shoulder, and they know what they got to prove next season.
Bro, him
So
and
when dude's
Vooch and
saying
DeMar go
that
way
there's
back to USC. Them dudes played
yeah,
together
you
at
Uh huh.
SC. They
yep,
boys.
yep. And when dude's saying that the Bulls is gonna be a ninth seed, 10th seed, that's just crazy to me.
That's crazy that you said that. People forget about that dynamic with DeRozan and Vucevic. They played with each other in USC.
Yep.
People forgetting all
That's
about that.
crazy. That
The
And
that
chemistry there.
that
DeRozan
leaves,
said they've been talking about playing with each other for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? And
wow.
this is finally the moment that they got the opportunity to really do it.
That's crazy because
Because
one of my
DeMar said he
worries,
wasn't going to Orlando. He said he wasn't doing that.
yeah.
And Vooch said he wasn't going to Toronto. So it really couldn't make it happen till
Yeah,
now.
A1, you touched on the crazy point because I thought the issue was going to be chemistry, but look at now that you
Yes.
mentioned that they both played together, Vucevic and DeMar, and That's crazy because that's already chemistry there. And then you have Lonzo and Caruso that already played. That's chemistry right there. And Lonzo already has a relationship with Levine. I mean, this team is already
UCLA.
chemistry. Bill, yeah. I mean, they just need to kind of know,
Well, that's
know
why
the rules
DeMar
and
DeRozan
everything.
said. He said, "Bro, we
Yeah,
can go to 24-hour fitness and we'll get our chemistry." He said, "He missed me
Yeah.
with that chemistry shit."
that's what's up.
He
That's
said
what's
when
up.
you have a bunch of dudes that know how to play basketball, bro, chemistry is just gonna gel right then and there.
Yeah.
So
I
people
was
keep
telling you,
questioning their chemistry.
you could build chemistry by beating up on bad teams. That's a thing. You
Yeah. Yeah.
building chemistry. All it really is seeing your offense run, seeing what your game plan runs, just watching it come to fruition. Pretty much. If you guys see what you can do when you're kicking on all cylinders, then you'll know how to react in certain situations. Now, when you play better teams, that's what you call being battle tested. That's when you
Yep.
have to learn your adjustments and everything. But just getting a baseline, learning how to run your offense, you build chemistry by winning games. And that it don't matter whether it's a good team or bad team. If you get a good stretch where a coach can come back a day later and be like, "This is what we wanted to do, and we did it. Let's watch this tape over and over again." That's building chemistry. They're learning how to play the offense that they want to play.
Yeah, because you know how after games, everybody's sitting in the locker room. They got a big ass TV, just like film session, film study. Everybody just knowing what they're doing wrong on the court. Everybody fixing their problems. Like, so people saying this team's not gonna gel right because you got Demar. Demar don't shoot threes. Demar's not effective without the ball. Like, just cut all that shit out, bro.
Hey, look, I think we also have to pinpoint the fact that if you go to Lonzo's Instagram, right? When did the hell did he ever post 4 videos in a row of him doing off-season training? That nigga must be
Yeah,
telling. I mean, my bad for cursing. He must be telling everybody something. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you post 4 or 5 videos of off-season works back and forth for everyone to see, he's clearly trying to make a statement. And when you remember the last time Lonzo tried to make a statement, he showed his improvement. You saw that statement when he told Zion Williamson, "Okay, I'm gonna go out there and make up for my bad game, Zion. I got you," and drop 30. So when Zoe makes statements, I think we need to start paying attention when he make them statements. Just hey, you know what I'm saying?
yo, I got a question for the panel. Starting from Flay. What does everybody think? Everybody in the starting five stat line's gonna be like just points, rebounds, and assists. Like everybody starting five. What do you think? What everybody think?
I got mine right here, right now. I got Zach with the most points. He's probably gonna get like around like 25, 25 points, maybe like 4 rebounds, probably like 3, 4 assists. I got
Mm-hmm.
Vucevic as the second leading scorer, probably around like 22, 23. Give me 11 rebounds, probably like, a block a game. That's about it for
So
him. I
Vucevic.
got, yeah, that's Vucevic. Yeah, I got DeMar DeRozan around that 18, 18 points per game, 18 points per game, probably like 5 assists, 5 assists, maybe like 6 rebounds. I got Lonzo in that 16, 17 range with eight rebounds, 11 assists, and probably a little more than still a half a game. And I got Patrick Will rounded it out with probably like 12 points, 12, 13 points. Probably averaging around like, maybe a block and a half, probably a block a game, probably maybe like 2 steals, and you give me like 8 rebounds.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, brother. That's perfect. That sounds about right.
man. Gotta stop the Levine disrespect, though, man.
Yeah, I was thinking that a little bit.
Nah, no, no, no. I got him. The reason why I got him 25 because he may take a dip because of all the other players, But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got 26, 27.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
not
what
a
I was
disrespect
thinking.
to,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not a disrespect to Levine because I know he gets his buckets. I know he's gonna have several games where he's gonna go for 40 on folks' heads. I just think he may take a
Yeah.
dip because all the other offensive production that's on the team. So that's the only thing I got with him. But I would not be surprised if he give you 27, 28 a night. I would not be surprised. He's shown he could do it. He's
Yeah.
done it for the past 2-3 years. So
Yeah, man, I'm really on par with what you said. Yeah, like every stat line. That sounds very accurate. And the minutes per game, I just want to see how that fluctuate. Like everybody minutes per game. So, like, is DeMar gonna run with the second unit, help the second unit out, or is Lonzo gonna run with the second unit, like just helping them out? So,
yeah, I agree. And I do want to say this right here because Dave James has made a video and everyone to subscribe to his channel, Dave James. You brought up a good point in your video, watch you with Troy Baxter Jr.
Yeah.
and what he can bring to the team athletically and defensively because that's an underrated signing that the Bulls did. Because if the Bulls don't go out and get at Jared Vanderbilt from the Timberwolves, which is going to be kind of difficult to do because he's a restricted free agent, not like he's
yeah,
unrestricted. He's a restricted free agent. Troy Baxter Jr. is someone that can plug in that spot where you can get 10 to 12 minutes a night to go out there, be a great athlete. You can run him in a small ball lineup as a center.
Yeah.
He's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan and can jump fly across the court. I mean, he actually was an all defensive team coming out of college. He was all defensive MEAC. He averaged basically over a block and a half a game. The man can straight out basically get up there and he can swat that thing. So man, that's a great underrated sign that you have brung up,
Yeah.
Jay James. So I appreciate you doing that.
A lot of people don't want to. A lot of people don't really talk about him, but he definitely gonna impress a lot of people next year. I think he can really crack the rotation, start really, getting real minutes, man. Because I think a guy like that is always needed in the league. He reminds me like what would you say, like a Robert Williams, right?
Most
yeah,
certainly,
for real.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
call it.
exactly. And then what's really underrated about him is a lot of folks don't talk about. The man shot, of course, you have to see it translate over, but he shot 36% from three on 5 attempts.
And
Actually, excuse me, not 5 attempts, close to 6 attempts a game last season in the
yeah,
MEAC. So he
bro,
shot 36%, which is very underrated. So we have to see it translate over. But he's shown the ability to be able to stretch the floor. So if
yeah,
you're and just like Rico said before in the chat on this channel before, that you're always going to have a Vucevic, Lonzo, DeMar DeRozan, or Zach LaVine on the court
Yep.
when you stagger those minutes throughout the game. That way, basically, you always got somebody that the offense can run through on the court. So you always will have that. So that's going to allow him to be able to get open shots on the court, especially when you have those players on there. So I think
yeah,
it's going to work out well for me,
Hey,
bro, underrated.
hold on. Shout out to the guy who just joined, man. Introduce yourself. The guy who joined. What's up?
Is that Theo? That's Theo, right?
Yeah, it's good afternoon, guys. I can wait. I can go in order since you guys are talking about the starting lineup. I can wait.
No, I mean you got it.
What's up, Theo?
Who are you?
Theo.
Yeah, Theo was here yesterday.
Cool,
Yeah,
bro.
it was good.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't here.
I was the crazy guy arguing about Harden and Luka yesterday with y'all.
It's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's your
You
thoughts
not
on
crazy,
that?
bro. You
What's
was
your
great.
thoughts? Yeah, what's your thoughts?
No, I agree with you guys 100%. I think I live near Chicago, and I think it's going to be an exciting season. I think you guys are right on about the dynamic especially with Levine and Vucevic. They've been kind of playing this out since college. I know there was a lot of rumors, like when Taj Gibson was here, he was also their teammate, and they thought that they had a chance to come play, in Chicago with him then. But like you guys said, it didn't line up. But like you guys said, I think that lineup's going to be, very dynamic with those three All-Stars. But I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'll hang up and listen. But I think the Bulls bench is also underrated. Like Dave James mentioned, Tony Baxter is an underrated signing. I think Tony Bradley out of Philadelphia, another big body that can help Vucevic relieve the minutes. But I think with Kobe White, Alex Caruso, and also Derrick Jones Jr., I think they're gonna have a lot of firepower coming off the bench for the Bulls, and definitely I think they can really be a fourth seed in the East, but I could be wrong about that.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
But what do you think about the stat line? Like,
Yeah, y'all making
what do you
some
think
good points today.
the stats?
What you say, SMG?
No, I was asking the dude a question, Theo. Like, what do
Okay.
you think? Because you mentioned like you wanted to tell everybody. So what do you think? Like everybody else, like this starting five. What do you think the stat line is going to be?
Who do you guys think? Because I'm kind of confused about if DeMar is going to start, if he's not going to start.
No,
Oh, he's
I
DeMar's
got DeMar
starting. He's
starting.
starting.
He's
Yeah,
He's
he's
starting.
starting.
And you ain't gotta
I
say
mean,
I
this,
got him starting. He started.
Hey, man, but listen
Oh,
to that.
can I?
Though.
I want to make.
Hey,
I'm
that
sorry. I
was
want to make an
crucial.
announcement to the people. I need everybody's gamer tags and PSNs because we're doing a tournament next weekend for NBA 2K22. It's Flight Sports TV.
Hey, PSN. All right, I got you right now. Fly. And damn, I've been needing a pro-am team, bro. For real. My
Yeah,
pro-am team
I
is.
already got it pre-ordered, bro. I'm ready.
Oh, you said 2K22. Yeah, I'm about to pre-order it today. All right, let me drop my shit.
you
Yeah,
guys,
but what
I
did you
agree
say,
with you, man.
Theo?
I think, yeah, I've always been a big Vucevic fanboy, man. He's always helped me in fantasy basketball. So I think, I can say Vucevic maybe, getting like 18 and 12 a night, kind of similar to his numbers in Orlando, probably along with like 3 assists. Uh, as far as DeMar DeRozan and Levine, I think that's going to be a perfect combo. With Levine being more of a 3-point shooter, and as you guys mentioned, DeMar kind of lives in that mid range, kind of similar to Kawhi. So I could, I mean, I don't think it's really out of the realm to see all three of them guys get 20 a night, right at between the 18 to 21 points a night. Um, who else did you guys have slated for the starting lineup? Was Pat Williams with the four?
Yeah,
Yeah, Patrick
Yo,
Williams at
what's
the
that
four.
noise?
Yeah.
that's me. My bad.
Yeah, I really think Pat Williams. I was surprised when they picked him fourth. I'm a Duke fan, so I did see him play a lot at Florida State in his 1 year. And I'm telling you guys, I'm not gonna. I don't buy the Kawhi comparison, but I just think he's gonna be a special player. I think he can continue to grow, and I don't want to say Kawhi guys, but I think he could put up. When he gets older, he can put up similar stat
I
lines to
agree.
Sean Marion. I think Patrick Williams knows his role. He doesn't try to go outside of himself. I could see him getting like
Yeah.
16 points, 8 rebounds, and a couple of assists, couple of blocks. I think he's really one of the more dynamic and versatile young players in the NBA. I think with a full season too, guys, you'll see his full potential. I think he'll be in that rookie sophomore game and really surprise a lot of people around the league.
He will.
And
He will.
If he makes that jump like that, he'll be up for a most improved player of the year.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Miles, right, and now,
Yeah, Theo. He'll prove why he's better than LaMelo Ball. Just say it. You want to say it, bro. Just say it.
wait,
Man.
what's that now?
You'll prove why he's better than LaMelo Ball. You just say it. We all want to say it.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
man,
let you say
I
that.
don't know.
I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna let
I'll
you
let
say
you.
that.
I'll let you
Oh,
have that opinion right now, Dave. I'll let you have
all right,
that.
Dave, you got it,
Dave, I'm
man.
gonna let you
Dave, you
say that
got
one,
it.
man.
Hey,
Hold
let's
on,
stay
hold on,
on
hold on.
topic.
Before we get into that, we got a guy who just joined the panel. What's up?
Hey, that's Thunder.
Hey,
No,
what's
I'm
good
saying he
with
still
y'all?
got to introduce, bro. Hold up. When you join, you still got to introduce yourself,
Oh, my bad.
regardless of
Yeah.
me, bro. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
what's good with y'all? Shout out to Flight. Shout out to New Levy. I've been following. I found y'all through DJ. I've been watching DJ since like December, but yeah. So I found y'all through him, and I've been just like hooked ever since. So yeah.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Yo,
How
I
you
just
feel? What you feel about the
Yeah, I'm
Vucevic
good.
and Lonzo and shit title? How you feel?
I think the pick and roll is gonna be deadly. Rico and Jeezy said Vucevic is not no Steven Adams. He's not no Lopez. He's a different beast. So that pick and roll is gonna Lonzo's gonna eat over there. So that's what I think.
Or
yo, this might not mean nothing to you, but like all I'm just saying, when Lonzo was himself in summer league, he averaged a triple double. He averaged 16, 9, and 10 assists. Just saying, in the summer league, when he was himself, he averaged a triple double.
all right. So now y'all
Right.
can go
How
into
y'all feel about Lonzo shooting more threes though? Because he did improve with Fred Vincent, the assistant coach in New Orleans. Do you guys think now that he's got his mechanics that you think he can be like a 45% shooter on like 6 or 7
Nah, this is
attempts?
what I think. I think like he's gonna shoot 5 attempts a game, like UCLA. Like I broke it down in my video how Lonzo he's gonna be shooting 5 attempts. I mean, 5 attempts for 3-point shooting 40%, because that's what he did in UCLA, taking 5 threes a game, shooting 40%. I really think he's only going to take 5 or 6 at most.
He's gonna take less shots. I mean, less
Man,
threes.
you guys really think with all those open looks from three, DeMar kicking it out to him, Zach kicking it out to him from the low post, those gonna be wide open shots, bro.
But
Like he's
on the
going.
Pelicans,
I mean, he took 8 last year. I don't see him taking any less than 7 again.
on the
But he
Pelicans,
doesn't
he
need to
played
take,
more off
you
ball. He
know,
played more
Yeah,
off ball on the Pelicans.
he was the best shooter
But
on
he's
the
not going to
team on
be
the
at.
Pelicans.
Yeah, he was,
But
but he played more off ball on the Pelicans.
can all right.
But now
So here's my
yeah,
thing.
and that's the.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Ray. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Ray.
Go ahead.
No, I was
I
gonna
was gonna say.
say that.
Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
was gonna say that before. I was gonna say that even though athletic, I do see what you're saying, but you have to realize too that Lonzo's gonna be more of a role where he's gonna have a higher usage rate.
I got you.
So a
I
lot,
got you.
yeah. So a lot of his, a lot of his shots are going to. Some of them, I think he's going to have a little bit more shots. Is actually going to come more off the dribble in the
Yeah,
mid range game,
I
and
like that.
I think he's going to have a little bit more. I mean, of course, he's still going to get wide open shots. Don't get me wrong,
Fact.
playing off of Levine and DeMar, but I think he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, where he's going to be doing whether it's Levine or DeMar DeRozan is going to come off of curls, and he's going to be able to hit those guys in their shooting pocket,
I
or he's
got
going
you.
to run a pick and roll with Vucevic and be able to because of his height and how he can see over just about every point guard that's in the league right now. He can literally find a DeMar DeRozan, a Patrick Williams, or a Zach Levine in the corner for open threes,
You right.
which reminds you now, Patrick Williams, even though it was on less attempts, he was still a great corner 3-point shooter. Shooting
Like
basically like
39%,
40.
right?
Yeah, and he shot like 42% on catch and shoot, whereas Zach Levine shot close to 50% on catch and shoot
Right.
from three. So Zach Levine was daily on catch and shoot. So I feel
Sir,
like that's how it's going to work right there.
preach, my guy.
I
Preach.
got you. Got you. So
And listen,
that's
and
why he's
go
gonna
ahead,
be
man.
flirting with those 11, 12, 13 assists a game, huh? He might fuck
Like,
around, have some games where he
John
got 20,
Stockton.
25 assists.
yeah, because here's the thing right
Oh,
here
for
too.
sure.
Lonzo can get 7 assists at game just off Vucevic.
Right.
That's how good Vucevic is offensively.
He's not
Where you
missing
can
those
just
fucking
yeah,
buckets like your boy Steve Adams. Steve
Steven
Adams used to
Adams
fucking
fumbling the
kill me.
I'm
ball.
sorry. But Vucevic, like they said before, Vucevic is a far different beast compared to Steven Adams, compared to JaVale McGee,
Right.
compared to
Mhm.
Thomas Bryant,
Right.
compared to what's his Frank Wagner, all those big men he played with. He's
Right.
better than Kyle Kuzma, all those players right there. So
Brooke
Probably the
Lopez.
he's
best one he
he has
played with.
great.
Brooke
But
Lopez was the best one he
yeah,
played with.
Brooke Lopez. I was about to
Exactly,
say.
exactly. Vucevic has great hands. He's very cerebral on the basketball, high IQ player, and basically he shoots excellent for the 3-point line on 5 attempts. That's an easy, basically. Lonzo drives, throws it behind his back to Vucevic or over his head to Vucevic for an open shot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you something, man. And then it's time for Ray to do a little quick cook. Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Let's
he
shine.
got to
Let's
be
shine. Let's shine.
26 and a
Let's
half.
shine a
Yeah.
little bit of light when people say, talk about the Vincent changing Lonzo's shot. What y'all have to understand is, you saw Lonzo taking so many shots because of his role, but you also got to understand he also was working on his muscle memory. People don't understand that. Just because Vucevic, just because Vincent changed his shot, that doesn't mean he can go out there and have a
He's
consistent
getting them
muscle
reps
memory.
in.
He
He's
had
getting
he
them
no,
reps
he
in.
had to get those reps in. No, yeah, right, SMG. You got to get those reps in because he was shooting a form for a long time, and he had already had that muscle memory. So when Vincent helped create that shot, he has to go out there on the court and do it. He has to correlate his moves with with Vincent's shot, helping him go back to the shot. So people got to understand that and realize I don't see Lonzo Ball yakking a whole bunch of shots because He spent that first two seasons on muscle memory, and of course, some of his role has to play a part of it. And you gotta understand that he's going to be now putting his game completely together. That's why you gotta separate Lonzo Ball and Ben Simmons, because Lonzo Ball is trying his best to complete his game. And when you complete your game, you're not only popping wide open threes, and as Athletic said, he's gonna get open shots, but he's gonna be popping mid ranges. He's gonna pop in the screen. He's gonna do a quick pass. You're gonna see Lonzo come off the screen and do a fadeaway or something. Who knows? And you
All
can
right,
see
so
Lonzo get the floor.
that was awesome, Ray. Because if you break it down, right, Lonzo had to not only change his shooting form, but he had to learn how to play his game with that shooting form.
Yes, sir.
Learn how to come off picks with that shooting form, and so
learn how to
that
dribble,
was a 2-year
learn how to get
overhaul.
shots up faster.
Yeah, that was a 2-year overhaul right there. And I think this third year with the new shot, I think the muscle memory is there, confidence there, and that's why there's no more excuses, man.
And he's leaving Van Vincent and going to the Bulls. So clearly that muscle memory is there.
That's why I kind of wish we would sign your boy. That's the reason why I wish we would sign the shooter we had with New Orleans with him.
JJ.
That he used to kick it with JJ. JJ was his boy.
Yep. Bulls need to get
if no other reasons, shooting, he provides shooting, but he provides leadership, shooting, showing these guys how to work every day.
Right.
JJ comes off picks. He can shoot at any angle, every angle in the NBA. He's done it. He can kind of show those guys.
Yeah, I want to add on to the Lonzo Ball taking threes. I feel like Lonzo Ball will be taking less threes because his I feel like he'll be like, not saying he's on BI's level for mid-range, but y'all seen the mid-range potential. Like he shot 31% for the mid-range and he jumped last season to 38. So that was a big jump from mid-range. And I really think he's going to be taking a lot of those this season because he will get a lot of mid-range looks. If y'all seen in his workout videos, he's been working on dribble moves, pound dribble, because the new jump start, you gotta first thing you gotta do is learn how to get your shot off quicker and learn how to get your shot off quick off dribble. So as y'all see, he was working on between the legs, crossover, off screen, into a little mid-range pull-up. That's why I think he's gonna be taking a lot more mid-ranges than threes. But if he's open for threes, it's knocked down. So I just think the mid-range will be his bread and butter this season.
Athletic said it best, man. Lonzo Ball is listening to all of this. He is paying. I had to steal that from you. I'm joking. That's funny. That's funny. He said that, but he's listening to all that BS, man. He's hearing that Lonzo can't do this, Lonzo can't do that. Lonzo hasn't shown a consistent whatever, and Lonzo Ball gets to be the point guard this year. And as a point guard, you get to control that offense. And the fact that the Bulls has been let it known that they're going to play a running gun, what does that mean? That means they said, nah, we playing with Lonzo. So, and then, bro, as a person who follows Lonzo, I'm like looking at the other things, like the media, the people, what people are saying, the channels, and all I see is nothing but love from Chicago. So the fact that he has so many things behind his back this time, it's like y'all fucked up and let a killer have support. Y'all fucked up. I'm telling you, you're gonna go out there and prove people.
And Ray, then to add on to that, people like some Pelicans fans been saying, "Oh, Lonzo's gonna be he's gonna be a 3-and-D all over again." But Lonzo Ball said he sat down with Billy Donovan and AK. Right before he's about to sign, because you gotta talk. So he sat down with them and they're talking about his role. And Lonzo was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be running the PG. I'm like, it's just my role." Like, so people saying he's not gonna run PG, DeMar's gonna run PG. It's just false. Because he sat down with Billy Donovan and the GM talking about his role and what he's gonna bring to the team. And Lonzo already knows what's up, and Billy Donovan already knows what's up. So.
Yeah, I was about to say that because just look at Billy Donovan's history, bro. Like, look at his history. All his teams, he runs. The point guard is the most integral part of his offense, of his team. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was the reason why they was hunting down
CP3, Westbrook.
He's a pure point guard.
There's a bunch of good point guards.
Hey. I hate to point this out, but that chat look a little different when we talk about that positivity, bro. I be telling niggas that chat be flowing with a whole bunch of negativity and shit is going on. But then we talk about positivity. The chat a little different. Dude, I'm telling you, I be watching who comes in and who be coming out, and I be watching it. They don't come in until it's toxic. And let that be known. I be watching it, bro. It's funny.
But fellas, can we all agree? Enough is enough. Enough is enough with the it was David Griffin's fault. Enough is enough with he got traded.
The excuse
because enough is enough. He was hurt over his first 2 years. Enough is enough with that shit, man. It's time to ball.
Yep.
Facts, but that's my thing though, Athletic. We as Lonzo fans can admit that though. We can admit Lonzo still needs to work on some stuff. We can still admit that Lonzo need to go out there and still show more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then they won't call us delusional. But they won't call us delusional when we bring up the fact that when we talk about his circumstances though, they won't call us delusional. Then like, come on, man.
And then the crazy thing is, we got like some Lonzo fans that make us look stupid and delusional. Like I was on Instagram and this page, like he was a Lonzo fan page, and he was like, "What does Jason Tatum do better than Lonzo other than scoring?" And I was like, "Bro, what the heck?" Like people like that just make Lonzo fans just look like delusional because people was really debating Jason Tatum and Lonzo Ball, and Jason Tatum is far better. He's the better player, and like people just making just stupid arguments like that. Like you just gotta learn when to. You can't be biased, basically.
Right.
Like if you're a real ass fan, but you can't be biased. You gotta be truthful.
Did everyone, Murga, you there? Did Enrico? Did everybody hear what Katie said on a podcast?
Yeah, I seen that from
Katie said, I admit I was one of those
Yeah.
dudes who was trying to put him at such a high level and go at him, but then I had to realize, like, hold up, stop. Let's actually analyze Lonzo Ball's game. The dude is actually a problem. And then he said, what has Lonzo done for y'all to hate on him? And Lonzo has not shown anything for you to hate on him. You hate him because what LeVar did and what he said. Lonzo's not shown anything that you have such a way to just tear him down all the time. I hate to point this out.
Yo, who's Mike?
Yeah, who's Mike?
Oh, yo, my bad. I had it playing on something else. He said, let's. Yeah.
Facts, Dave. What you about to say, Dave?
Wait.
Yo.
This dude is saying bullshit. You know what? It's not the day for that. It's not the day for that, y'all. I'm gonna chill out today, bro. You gotta really address the cap, man.
Yeah, man. Happy Sunday.
Cap comments. Come on, bro. Gotta be better than that, bro. He said, "Are the Bulls interested in Kenneth Faried? I haven't seen any news." Yeah, they are.
And we don't need.
They are interested in him, but I mean, I don't care. Yeah, they are.
Oh.
No, don't cap. Lonzo's my favorite player, but he was disappointing. Too many fights.
Right, and chat. Listen, we like I said, bro. Even Lonzo, what people forget, even Lonzo said, like, "Hey, I take full responsibility of not doing what I did."
Yeah, I was playing bad.
People, like I said, the hate. Lonzo's not shown nothing to tear him down.
Exactly.
You tear him down because what LeVar said. You tear him down because I guess he disappointed you in ways. But Lonzo's not done anything for you to just be like, oh yeah, we gotta just gotta shit on his name. It's like, no, he's not done anything to do that and deserve that. Katie said it best. It's like, bro, let me just stop back, analyze his kid's game, and then I make that judgment then. If you analyze his game, he's actually fucking good, nigga. Y'all just and then y'all be calling us delusional, and we the one. Lonzo fans said, yeah, he got to work on some stuff, but then you call us delusional because we say, yo, David Griffin ain't running the offense correctly. Oh, y'all are delusional Lonzo stands. Like, stop it. No, we just tell them what it is. We watched the game. I watched the game beginning to the end. Even I said, including when they're getting blown out by 20. So we're just watching the game like, nah, David Griffin is not running
Ray,
this organization right. We're watching this stuff. Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
you're Ray. Now you want to know what's crazy because we could completely take Lonzo out of the discussion. We like
Exactly.
just take him out. Take him out. Don't worry about Lonzo doing. If you want to call someone Lonzo hater, whatever, fuck, I don't care. Take him out. There's no way you can say honestly David Griffin is running that team correctly.
Right.
From all the other like forget about Lonzo. Don't worry about what he did to him, position wise, change position. Don't worry about none of that. Look at all of the other acquisitions, and you cannot tell me seriously that team was built correctly. They ain't do it last year, and this year again they tried to retool the team, and it's still not gonna work because that's not how you build the team.
Yeah. David Griffin, man, you too. You don't know what he's doing, man.
Hey,
David
Marco,
Griffin.
Marco,
David
how you feel
Griffin.
about that?
He does a GM job based off emotion. So everything the moves he
What
does
is he
based
the
off
VP?
emotion.
Like,
It's not
what is
based off the
he?
betterment of the franchises. His emotions. When you go into an interview to interview a head coach, and you say, "I'm gonna have input." Input comes from the top. If I want Kyra Lewis and all to play, that's going to be the two starting guards. Come on, man.
If Kyra and Nar starts, bro, that's gonna be crazy.
Bro, that's
If
what
I
he
see
told. He
Kyra
told
Lewis
Jock Vaughn
starting,
that. That's why Jock Vaughn turned down the job. He said, "No, I'm not going to allow you to give me two of my starting five." That's crazy, man.
And yo, listen, and the people that said Lonzo Ball is never going to get that type of contract that he did with the Bulls is the same guy Lonzo was playing for. So does that not ring a bell?
But
The
Rave, now
same people.
The new narrative is like the 85 million. If he was a dog, he would have got the
You got
max.
more.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna keep moving
They
it.
gonna
That's
keep
why I
making
said it's no
narratives.
more
Yep.
excuses. It's none. Like because
Yep.
people gonna keep moving that goalpost, right?
Right.
So he just got a ball, man.
Yeah.
when Lonzo gets
his
170 mil,
last
they're gonna be like he didn't get 200 mil. So
his
it's
last
just
20 games, he averaged like 17 and 7.
yeah,
So it's
yeah. I
like,
broke that down. He averaged
yeah, so he
16,
was
7
hooping.
and 7 and 8 the last 20 games of the season with the Pelicans. He balled out.
Man, nah, listen, all y'all that's in this panel, man, y'all cooking, man. That's what's up, y'all speaking facts, bro. We just here to tell the truth, bro, and athletic. And I'm with you, man. And I can't defend Lonzo this season. You got everything that you need to go out there and say, you know what I'm saying? To go out there and do his thing. You got like, come on.
Yeah, it's a difference, Rave. Like my man was saying, it's a difference between having a guy that has a basketball IQ like Vooch versus Steven Adams. It's a
Right.
difference to having a guy that has a basketball IQ like DeMar DeRozan than BI. So a lot of those times when Lonzo was making those cuts, calling for those alley oops, and he was just shoulders go down because it just wasn't looking up. It's going to be different. Like those cuts to the basket, Vooch is going to see him. Like those oops, DeMar Levine is going to see him. It's different, man. So that's why when people say, "Oh, he's not going to be no, he's going to get points within the offense flow through cutting through the basket, through the alley oops, all those things that a lot of times he got missed during those games because he was playing with guys with their head down. It's a different story, man.
He's playing with guys that's looking to score. He didn't play with freaking Steven Adams, who, if y'all look at Dave's video, Dave like broke it down. Like Steven Adams wasn't looking to score. Like Lonzo Ball, he crossed up the dude, attacked the basket, no look pass to Steven Adams. Steven Adams just fumbled the whole pass. Like that shit was crazy, bro.
And listen, Lonzo got people talk about Lonzo having Zion. Lonzo got 2 dunk champions, Patrick Williams and Alex Caruso, who got hella bounce too.
Troy Braxton Jr. too.
I mean, and Troy Braxton Jr. So it's like, so you got like, look at that. People talk about Zion, like He got more.
I'd rather
Bro,
have this
it's going to be
team than just
possible. It's going to
one
be possible. A
Zion.
lot of games, he's going to have 15 assists at half. A lot of games.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. And like I feel like Zoe, like in the first half, he's gonna get 10 points, but then he's gonna end the game with just like 2 more threes or just a good 17, 16 to end the games because he's gonna be passing most of the time. So like let's say the first quarter, he's only gonna get like 4 points, and then just second quarter it gets 7, 10. Like he's just gonna get like his little buckets and basically and feeding the whole team.
Bro, both Levine and Derrick Jones Jr., they both have over a 40-inch vert. So, like, they have some high flyers over there.
And your boy,
People really,
Patrick
yeah,
Williams,
and,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, and him too. So, I mean, that's way, like, you got 3 players with over a 40-inch vert
And your
compared to,
point
like,
guard
just
could boom it
one
on somebody's
Zion.
head too. And your point guard could boom it on somebody's head. So that seems deadly in transition. Don't forget, Lonzo was catching lobs too. Levine could be throwing lobs to Lonzo. DeMar could throw lobs to Lonzo. Everybody's gonna get their touches, bro.
I have a question for the panel. Who do y'all seeing? Who do y'all seeing actually winning the championship? And when you say it, don't go by some hype shit because the Nets got a super team. Just like really, if you still think the Nets okay, but how do y'all feel like who you really truly think will win the championship?
Hey, the
I
thing
picked
is,
the
Ray,
Nets 2 years ago.
the thing is with that, Ray, when they played together, when all 3 were healthy,
Whoa.
they were 10-1. Like you can't deny that shit. Like you
Yeah.
can't. So like,
What, Dave?
and when you got James Harden, when he said it's scary hours, well, you got to listen to a dude like that. When you know, because he can't be hurt, right? So he did everything possible, and those are soft tissue injuries. So it's not like it's structural injuries, right? No torn ligaments, no shit like that. It's some shit that he could drink water and stretch. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's gonna be those dudes gonna be scary, man.
Man, no one's scared of James Harden's fat ass talking about scary hours, man.
If you say so, Dave.
All right,
Yeah.
If you say so.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Bro, Harden could drop 35 if he
I got the
James
Lakers
Harden was
winning it
fat
all.
as hell, and he had a 30-point triple-double. Completely out of
I think he
shape.
had a stat.
Completely out of shape, bro. And he dropped like 35, 10, and 10 on somebody.
Bro,
But okay,
he had to have
Dave.
a fat suit on, bro, because he lost all that weight in a week. Like all that weight, he lost it in a week.
All right,
bro.
then SMG, if you want to put it that way. James Harden had a 40-pound fat suit on and dropped 30, 10, and 10 on somebody. There you go, bro. Like, how you want to say
Yep.
it happened?
Hey, we got a question for our boy T Sam, man.
Fat nigga James Harden, man.
Hey, we had a question. We had a question for T Sam.
Hey, Dave James, go ahead and look up the preseason MVP votes.
Yo,
Guess who you gonna see
what did you
there?
say? Yo, Rave.
Yo,
put
we got a
T
question
Sam's
for
question.
T Sam. Do you think Griffin was the reason for Gentry's treatment and Lonzo's playing time?
Yes, I think so. I think he played a part. I think he played a part in that shit, man. Because look, bro, no way was Lonzo getting benched the start of the year and all that. David Griffin plays a part in everything.
Not over Lonzo, like that was crazy.
David Griffin plays a part in everything, but also I think Lonzo played a role in him getting benched because of how he was playing. But I also think, what's his name? David Griffin, had his little guys that he wanted to play, man. He's been a non-Kyra dude since the draft.
Bro, he started not the
Oh my gosh.
Hey, chat. Go ahead and hit y'all questions. I think I'm gonna add some questions to the panel. I'm gonna let them cook, but just let me know. I'm gonna just yell out your question. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know in the chat. Any question, man, we'll answer it.
Well, yeah, it was hold up, I got it was on hold on, where is it? Oh yeah, it was honest. He was like